promise to help each other, celebrate the joys of life, and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard.
I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today.
Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we gone.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 124th installment of BullSittin on TSWS Gaming. I'm your host as usual. Joining me today is Mr. Matt Likes Games, the man that likes games more than anyone alive. Cozy will be joining us shortly. And Ham, Mr. Ham Solo, how you doing?
I'm all right. I am all right. Yeah, I just woke up a little bit ago, got in the shower, and I'm just kind of like, I feel like I like instant transmission here. I'm just like,
your face looks clean.
What?
Your face looks clean.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
That's a positive. That's good.
Okay.
Welcome in. Welcome in, Vic. Ham, that t-shirt, is that the Iron Lords podcast t-shirt?
Oh yeah, this is one of the shirts I used at PAX.
Let's see. It's not clear now. Let's see it properly. There we go. There we go. All right. Someone clip that. Matt, how you doing? What you been playing?
Doing pretty good, bud. I've been playing a good amount of Starfield and a good amount of a game called Echo Point Nova. That's really it. I mean, what's that?
We will get into it. I want to I want to discuss that at length today.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to sell it to us.
Sell it to you. I don't know how I'm going to sell it to you more than it's fun and you should play it. Like, I don't know. If you like FPS games and you like fun things, then play it.
Yes. Okay. Ham, how you doing and what you been playing?
I can tell you what, he didn't sell that to me.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then, buddy.
I still don't know what the hell you even do in the game.
So you literally you move fast and you kill things. I don't like that's like
Sonic?
No. With a gun. That's first person.
Damn.
So it's Shadow.
Sonic has a gun?
No.
Oh, wait, you got a first person.
Yeah,
oh, is that the game where you were sliding around and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see why he's explaining it the way he is. Because
have you tried it?
No, I've watched it. I watched his gameplay when I was on the show on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You can't explain
Howdy.
that. It's pretty hard to explain.
Yeah.
You just running, you shooting, you sliding, you flying. It's like open world.
You're snowboarding.
Yep.
I mean, not kind of. I mean, you're snowboarding on buildings.
Exactly.
It's wild. It is wild.
So,
it is crazy.
That game is a trip.
And it just came out, and it's by a developer, a one man like team. So one guy made it.
Dude,
he also
I think that's the future of gaming.
He also made, if anyone's interested, a game called Severed Steel. Like Echo Point Nova is not on console right now, but Severed Steel is on console. So if you want to, it's the same gameplay, but it's not open world. Pretty much.
It's like a FPS version of like it reminds me of XO1.
It's excellent. Let me look that up.
XO1.
It's a game that has gameplay, but you just kind of kick back and.
So for anyone wondering, that's Echo Point. Just
it reminds me
mayhem.
It reminds me of XO1 in the sense of like how much effort you really have to give
to be good.
But if you want to kick ass, you got to give a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
You know, but you really you could pretty much hang out in a level and just kind of do nothing if you want to.
Exactly. Very relaxing game.
But as you see, like it can get hectic. But like XO1's a little bit more. XO1's a lot more lonely than this game is, though. Like this game, there's some enemies. In XO1, there's like nothing. There's like literally nothing. You're just flying around this like ball that turns into a disc, and then but it's so relaxing. It's a cozy.
For me,
game.
watching this, I'm just wondering, like, what's the point of this? Like, what is the objective?
Literally just having fun. That right there is a boss fight. I did that boss fight.
He doesn't know what fun is.
The other day. That's a boss fight in particular.
But the point of the game is to just have fun. Cutscene? I'm like, when's the next cutscene?
There is no cutscene. This is Luke's worst nightmare, honestly. It's a game that's entirely just gameplay and nothing else.
Whoa. I'm like, what?
He doesn't understand it. He can't comprehend.
My mind is broken. Where's the boss? Okay, fine. Where's the boss in this stage? At the top.
That whole thing you're riding on right there, that is the boss.
What? That is the whole thing.
That entire thing is the boss.
Yeah, he has like he has the break pieces of the ship essentially.
Exactly. You have to break that apart, and that's how you defeat.
Oh, by shooting the
little
red
break everything apart.
Yes.
Is that a portal?
Especially skulls.
It's like a man cannon.
Lord. Okay, this looks cool. You're right. It does look cool.
It doesn't have cutscenes. Loke won't like it.
Oh my goodness.
He might not.
You know, it's because if it requires actual skill, he can't do it.
Damn.
Just like a game reviewer.
Damn. Just like an IGN game reviewer. Oh no.
Okay. Ham, you were telling us what you've been playing and how you're doing.
Yeah. So I've been playing Starfield a lot more as of recently. Stupid ass game got me. No, I'm not talking about Starfield. I'm talking about college football.
What are we talking about? Oh, okay.
That game got me down bad right now a little bit. Like,
ooh.
Ever since me and Matt played, it's fucked me up.
Dude, we got our asses kicked.
And I will not let that happen again.
What happened?
Is the reason I've been stuck on that game. My team now is at 82 overall now.
There you go.
But when I got him, Matt was there with me for the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
When I first got my team, I'd never played Ultimate Team before like that. So I got a team. I figured out how to play co-op, but I didn't realize we were going to be playing other people in co-op.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we pulled up to the field. You know, I was proud. I don't know. I think Matt was like, he is just like,
I was intrigued to see what was about to happen.
Well, you know what? We found out. We found out. The first game Matt got kicked out of, so we played a second one. I lost the first game because I quit because Matt got kicked out, and I was like, the whole point of me doing this was to play with my friends. So I quit the game.
Yeah.
And I went into the next game, and our team was a level like all around overall level 65 overall. And we were going versus like an 85, 87 team. And they well, the first half was absolutely an abomination. It was pretty damn embarrassing.
Yeah.
It felt like no matter what we did, like none of our players, like it seems like they all just learned how to walk. Because nobody had any speed to catch any person on the other team at all. So literally every time I dropped back to pass, interception. Every time we ran the ball, tackle for loss. Ooh, every time we played defense, they just could turn. They could do the Bo Jackson from fucking Tecmo Bowl and just go backwards, turn around at some point, maybe after 40 yards of running backwards, turn around and then just run all the way down the field. All my guys would just be wheezing.
Yep. And it didn't help that the team we were playing against was wildly disrespectful. Just a wildly disrespectful bunch.
What did they do?
Like they would score, they would do 2-point conversions. After they would score on the 2-point conversion, they would go onside kick, get the onside kick. They were doing the most disrespectful shit that you could probably do.
No, they never got the onside kick. They never got the
onside. They always tried. They always
tried to get the onside kick. But the thing is they had us fooled every time because we they'd pick onside kick, we'd pick regular kickoff return. They would pick regular kickoff, we'd pick onside kick every time. Every fucking time. So like each time, like we were just completely out of position. Not only did we have the much slower players, but we were completely out of position every single time. Luckily, they never got an onside kick, but they almost got us tackled at the 1 yard line when we thought they were going to do an onside kick, but they instead did a regular kickoff. So it like had us fucked up. But in the second half, I lost my fucking shit. Like, and we started to finally start scoring, but like it was like a child running from a grown man. That's what it felt like every time because I started throwing the ball and they also started getting a little like they started being even more of an asshole than they were before by trying to lateral the ball backwards. They'd constantly try to lateral the ball backwards just to keep the play going to try to kill the game. So we started to figure out, since our players are slow, we started to spread them out around the field. So it's like there is no lane that you can just screw us over. And we just kind of pressed down, and he had lateral the ball right into one of our guys' hands. And we'd run it back for a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like secretly thinking of ways to score on him.
Giving it your best shot.
We were, and we ended up losing 50-27. So we tried.
That was after not scoring a point in the first half.
Yeah, they were winning 50-0 in the first half. 50-0.
So even the 27, that was them just messing around.
Kind of, yeah, but also us kind of choosing better plays.
Wild.
But bro, I was a 65. This team was like an 87. We didn't have a chance from the start.
True.
Yeah.
You need to have the players. You know, you need to have the players.
And like I said, I ain't letting that happen again. We a level like right now. I'm a level 80, overall 82. And I'm still pushing my way through the game. The game, what I did notice is it gives you plenty of ways to kind of level up your team without going through that horrible experience repeatedly.
Horrible.
Ham is mad, man. Okay.
Yeah,
all I heard is sports ball, sports, something.
That's fine. You don't need to understand everything. It's a grown folks conversation.
Speaking of which, Cozy Beluga.
Yes.
How are you feeling, Rosie?
Absolutely.
Please tell us why, and show us that shirt of yours. It looks very nice.
Oh, my
Show us the
Fallout
rest of it.
shirt. I don't know who's this shirt belonged to, but I've had it for like 10 years at least. About 10 years.
Nice.
And it belonged, probably more, but it belongs to someone, and I ended up with it, and I kind of kept it.
Cozy, the gamer thief. He's just like,
hey, if you're going to leave your Fallout shirt near me and not come back for it, it's mine.
Those are the rules. It makes sense. It just makes sense. But tell us why you're feeling
out here real life scavenging for real.
That really should be how it works.
Don't leave bottle caps around Cozy because she might just take her.
So
she's like one to suck on, one to
check.
one
how
for
many
my
do
pocket.
you have?
I actually have a drawer full of them.
Oh,
you know how people have like the condiment drawer for the sauce packets? I don't have one of those. I have a bottle cap drawer.
There you go.
I used to collect beer tabs back when I was like 21.
Oh, beer tabs? That was a way of life. You used to be able to collect them for donations, so I did that.
I collected beer tabs. I took the beer tabs off and collected those, but like I'd like collect the cans, and then you'd be able to turn those in for whatever, and we'd like pay our water bill with that. But like we pretty much ran a party household, so it was like might as well collect the cans, get money back, and pay off one of the bills.
I mean, that back in the day, those deposits used to get you money.
They do. They don't get you shit now, so it's like.
I mean, they give you the same amount. That's the problem.
Yeah,
inflation and all of that.
Yeah, like you used to be able to get a can for 50 cents, or 35 cents, depending on where you went, and then you could deposit it for like 10 cents, and yeah, it was nice times.
Ron Slasher Connect Pogs. Tell
what
us
have
what
I
you've
been playing? So,
yeah.
I took Monday off because I have a few. My job gives me floating holidays, and I have to use them for the year anyway. So I took Monday off, and you know what I did.
What did
Stole
you do?
more shirts.
No, well, yeah, but I killed the people first.
Damn.
Of course, you have to do it in order.
She's in Ohio. They all freaking are a bunch of killers.
Wow,
it's a fact.
Damn.
Wow, where's that even?
Damn.
We're killers over here, bud.
Man, I tell you what, you watch you some Ewu and you'll learn a lot about Ohio.
Damn right, we're savages over here, bud.
You guys are fucking nuts.
Dude, I saw this video of Chicago, and there's like 10-year-olds with guns in the street.
Oh, for sure.
Sounds a little bit like East Cleveland.
You guys have that in Cleveland as well.
I mean,
not in Cleveland, in East Cleveland. East Cleveland's a very different place than Cleveland.
Yeah.
East Cleveland is.
It's like East St. Louis. It's its own city.
Yeah, it's a bad part of Cleveland. A very bad part of Cleveland.
Right.
Like St. Louis does not claim East St. Louis.
Yes, exactly.
What do the taxes
east
say?
side of these places? I don't understand. What's up with the east side of these?
It's actually usually. It's not always the east. Like here, the east side is the good side. The west side is the bad side.
Oh.
Yeah. In fact, most places I've lived, the east side has been the good side. It's usually west side or north side. But in East Cleveland, it's not good. Not a good place.
Cozy, you're telling us about what you've been playing. So you took time off from work.
I've been playing Starfield, and the thing is, because I hadn't been playing Starfield, I haven't even gotten around to Shattered Space.
Yeah.
I have all these other things that I have to do. Well, don't have to do. But I'm like, what happened in my absence?
A whole bunch of stuff got added.
A lot of stuff.
I'm curious about something for you guys that play Starfield often. I don't, obviously. I saw something about one of the updates created hundreds of actual bounty hunter missions that are like unique or different. Is that for real, or is it
The tracker
that
lines?
is that the Tracker Lines update? The one from
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
E3
That sounds
showcase?
familiar. Yeah, I think it's Tracker. I think it's the Tracker Alliance or something.
So the way that works is it's weird. I think like what the first they give you like credit so you can buy the first because it's technically a mod and
Okay.
they give you credits so you can buy that mod
Okay.
and play those missions or you can buy anything else with it, whatever you want to buy.
And
But
it's
like
an achievement friendly mod.
yes,
Well,
exactly. You'll
That's
still
what I
get
was
your
gonna. You know, I was
achievements and
gonna
all that
go there,
stuff.
Ham. You know, I was gonna go.
But then there's also a part 2 to that mod that I believe, unless maybe I'm wrong, that you have to buy like the part 2 of that mod to continue that story.
right.
Yeah,
And
so
I would recommend waiting.
Why?
Because I bought that extra mod to play that mission, and to me, I personally needed more than just that.
mhm.
So I'd almost wait until they have a few, and then maybe try to buy them as a bundle if that ever becomes a thing, or just kind of waiting it
How,
out
how,
to
how much is
hear.
it?
Oh, it's not very much. It's like what, like $5 or something like that. But
$5 for a 100 unique missions. Oh, sorry, bounties.
I don't know about that. It might be a continuing thing where it's
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
Okay.
sure how much is there, but
Because maybe I'm
yeah,
misremembering.
I'm not
Maybe I'm
sure if I like the way they
misremembering.
set it up so far, to be honest.
Okay. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm willing to pay $5 for at least 100 unique bounties.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're not going
What
to get
about
that.
11E6?
11T6. That's fine. That sounds like 116 if you say that.
you
Like
might.
that's how I write it. 11 and then 6.
Did you get the premium edition of or the premium upgrade or whatever of the game when it came out for like early access?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I got the base game. I got the base game.
It might be worth checking to see if they gave you that credit. Because if they gave you that credit, you can try out the Tracker's Allegiance or Alliance mission for yourself.
Yeah. So the reason why I asked, and again, Ham, you knew I was gonna go there. Thank you so much for bringing that up. One thing I hate, and I know a lot of people don't like achievements. I like achievements. I like trophies. I like that shit. It tickles a part of my OCD brain. So knowing that there's mods that add activities and you get achievements, that's just amazing. So
And the
I'll
mod,
definitely go ahead.
I was gonna say the mod store lets you sort as well, so you can like only see mods that don't interfere with achievements.
Yeah. You don't know about
Okay.
achievements. What have you
Well,
achieved?
I have
Oh,
100K. I have over 100K achievements, Cozy. You need to put some respect on my name. All
you
I
right.
have
haven't
I don't have a
achieved
101K
million.
anything.
achievements.
Your achievements mean nothing.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Check Shatterfield Metacritic. Oh my god. We're going to get into that. We're
You
going
can't play
Matt
Metacritic.
and Ham,
Apparently
thank
you
you,
can
Cozy.
though.
Apparently you can. Matt and Ham, you guys have been playing you've been playing the DLC. Have you finished it?
Yeah. I have not finished it. I've been doing so much stuff other than the main story. Like I landed on the new planet and I've done some of the main story, but I'd say I probably played the DLC for like what, maybe 10 hours at this point. Most like 9.5 of that has just been exploring that planet. Pretty much. I haven't touched the story really.
It's about 10 hours. Okay, so let's get into the first one of the day. First off, When was the last time you guys remember a game's DLC got a review?
Not long ago.
Who? Which one? Which one?
I'm trying to remember what one was the deal. What game had a DLC that was reviewed? I'm pretty sure. Wasn't Destiny's DLC reviewed?
Yeah.
Destiny's DLC was reviewed. There was another one too that I can't remember.
Hold on.
But people
There's
were
one more
calling it like
recent than that.
there was one that people were saying was the best DLC ever, and it was better than Blood and Wine for Witcher 3.
I
can't remember.
I know Elden
Cyberpunk?
Ring DLC
Maybe that
got reviewed.
It was Elden Ring. It was
Elden Ring.
A Shadow of the
I
Erdtree,
mean-
yes.
Oh, Loke doesn't play games, confirmed.
So
Why?
I don't know. You don't play games.
Go ahead,
fair
Matt.
point,
Go ahead.
honestly.
Give us your thoughts on the DLC. That's a fair point. All right, whatever.
So I'm a little surprised that people are pretty negative on it. Cause like me, like what I've played of it, granted I didn't beat the story, so maybe the story just sucks, and I don't know yet. That could be the case. I have no idea. But from what I played of it, it feels more like like a classic Bethesda game in the sense that you're on one planet. I mean, you can leave that planet and do other things if you want, but like the whole thing takes place on one planet and you're exploring one thing. And I really, really enjoy that. People said the exploration was like a really weak part of the DLC. I thought it was probably so far the strongest part of the DLC. So, differing opinions there. Story wise, what I have played, the very little I have played, I think it's fine. I think the base game story, I mean, even in the beginning, is better than the story that I played so far in Shattered Space. But outside of that, the new weapons, obviously you're on a new planet, so you're seeing different creatures and you're interacting with new enemies, and there's different stories and all that stuff, side quests. I like it. I really enjoy it, honestly. I was pretty surprised to see like the mostly negative reaction to it, but that's just me.
I didn't see a mostly negative. Well, I'm not always online, but I've seen a lot of like reviewers, popular reviewers lambasting it. But if you go on Twitter, which is granted, it's not the whole internet. If you go on Twitter, lots of people are very happy with Starfield.
Yeah, I see a lot of people I follow and like who say their opinions I respect, saying that they're enjoying the game. But I'm also seeing like every time I refresh my YouTube page, like people I subscribe to, every time I refresh it, there's always something about Starfield Shattered Space and how it's terrible. Every time I refresh my YouTube page. So it's like, I'm surprised to see that. Like, it's fine if you don't like it. Like, Mr. Matty Plays said he didn't like it. I'm like, that's cool, whatever. You don't gotta like it or anything. But it's just...
Wait, didn't he not like the game?
I think he liked Starfield. He said he doesn't like Shattered Space. So it is what it is. But like, I'm surprised to see so many people, so many content creators out here kind of crapping on it.
I'm not surprised. I feel like, follow me here, guys. Don't shoot me. Let me finish. All right. I feel like Starfield has a lot in common with Elden Ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game. It's a game that was built for a very specific crowd. This is not a crowd pleaser, in my opinion. It's the type of game that I wouldn't say niche, but there's a very specific type of person that likes this, and most of the other gamers or reviewers are not going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised with all the salt that goes to Starfield, but I'm also not surprised when I see people like us here just addicted to it. Some of us, I'm talking about myself, some of us actively avoid playing it so we can play other games. So That's why I'm saying I kind of not surprised at like the polarizing nature of the reactions. Ham, what are your thoughts on the Shattered Space DLC because you've been playing it, and also the reaction at large?
So I'm not super far in the story. I've done some of it, and I really like what I've done so far. Already had to make kind of a big decision, and already made a save point right before that decision.
Saves coming.
What's that?
We call that saves coming.
Oh, whatever you want to call it. That's great. I did it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so after I got done with that mission, I decided, missions have never really been a problem for me in Starfield. There's always been like an abundance of things that I can do. The problem that that I usually had is just more or less hanging out on a world and having a lot of just random interactions. That's what I felt like I was missing. And I feel like I got that a lot in this one because as soon as you jump off the porch, as soon as you leave like the main area that you first get into, there's already people trying to kill you. There's these phantom things that are trying to kill you. There's like other like Varun things that are trying to kill you and stuff like that. There's animals that are pretty weird, right? So and there's a lot more dungeon crawling than there was in any of the other planets that you really went to. So I liked what they did with this. It kind of gave it more of a Starfield is everywhere, but right here is Skyrim kind of feeling.
Yes.
And I like that a lot. The thing that really pissed me off the most in this DLC is the performance.
Yeah. On console or PC?
On console. On console. On PC, it seems to be depending on your rig. A little bit of juddering every once in a while on PC, but nothing like to like gawk at or whatnot. On console, on the other hand, it is like Starfield at launch all over again.
Oh no.
At least the way it used to feel initially in Jemison, like around the lodge and stuff like that. It kind of feels like that in the main area. And the further you get from the main area, the more it kind of tames itself a little bit, but it's still like if it starts to get kind of heavy, which that whole kind of map that they made there that I've played so far is dense. Like if there's not buildings, there's these little bubble things that like slow you down when you jump in them. There's these different like energy things that will like make you transfer from one spot and like kind of like rewind you back to where you were. There are a bunch of different enemies. There are actually enemies walking trails and stuff like that now. Yeah, kind of like I said, it's very similar to Skyrim, right? Where you just be kind of like on your horse or whatever, but in this case, the Rev 8, you'll be driving and you'll just see like guards just walking around, like doing pretty much their walking their turf or whatnot, right? So
yeah,
I thought that was more interesting, but yeah, like Vincent Vega in the chat says, classic bug tester experience. It kind of felt like that a little bit because it's just like I'm having fun, but then it's just jarring sometimes, and it makes you kind of like, all right, like it's especially since I'm playing everything on extreme. So it's really hard difficulty, and it's like, yo, you get shot by the wrong person once or twice. I mean, you can, get dissipated. So, so having those little micro jitters and stuff like that, it's not very helpful, and it kind of puts you off. Like Matt was having a really good time playing Shattered Space, and then we had his podcast, and while he was live, he decided to hop on Xbox Series X and just give it a shot. He found out.
Bro, it's not great. Because I was playing it on PC and I'm like, this is fantastic. And I saw Mr. Matty Plays was like, oh, the performance is atrocious on console. And I was like, I haven't even tried it on console. And then I heard Ham say it. And I was like, okay, let me try this out. And I was like, oh my God, this is terrible.
It was bad enough for me to give it a 6.5.
Yeah, it's not good, man.
Your score is 6.5.
From where I am right now, that the performance is at least taking a whole 1.5 away. Because so far I would say it's an 8 if it worked properly. Like if I'm giving it kind of a prejudgmental on like how everything came together so far, I would give it an 8. But seeing that the performance is as bad as it is and it's off-putting, 6.5. And this is my game of the year last year. This is my game of the year last year. But this, I'm just like, come on, guys. God damn it. Like we just got all these updates. We got the 60 FPS update. We got the 40 FPS update. We got all these different filters that we can, choose to play the game at. We got, the tracker thing. You got we got plenty of things. We got the Rev 8. I thought the Rev 8 was going to be a big deal. I mean, not a big deal, but a problem possibly. But no, the DLC is the problem, and it really like if it ran smoothly, I think this could be just absolutely astonishing. But seeing that it just doesn't run that smoothly on it, I'm nervous to try it on my Series S.
It's actually not. I think it's well. I don't know. I played in the 40 FPS mode on Series S. I'm sure the 60 FPS mode is just as broken, but at 40 FPS, it's fine. It's good.
You guys saying that essentially this is the time for you to start playing Starfield, like the base game.
Now is the time. Now.
You haven't. You should totally play Starfield.
I would say sure. But I like what Vincent Vega said because it kind of reigns true in my mind.
Yeah.
He said this gonna be a good game on the 10-year anniversary edition. And a lot of people might be reading that thinking that's like mad disrespectful, but I'm just saying look back at Skyrim. If you were to buy that today, how would you feel?
Amazing.
You're looking for an RPG. You never played Skyrim, and you bought it today.
You could get lost in Starfield
for the next 10 years.
Exactly. You could play that for a full 10 years if you never played it. You got the best version of one of the best RPGs ever made.
With all the DLC, all the bug fixes, everything.
Yep. And you probably got it for like $20-$30.
Yeah.
So
amazing value.
Watch about the first I bet like a quarter into the next generation, Starfield's still gonna be kicking.
It will be
because of all the DLC and stuff like that.
And
not just that, I think Loke was right when he said this game is for a certain type of player. And I think Starfield is a very like anti-dopamine fix is the best way to describe it. type game.
Anti-dopamine fix. Explain.
Yeah. So I think a lot of it doesn't give you that rush.
Instant gratification. I think that's where you want to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, I could see that more. The instant gratification. Yeah, you do not get that in Starfield.
You have to work for it.
Like everything that you do, you have to work for it. And I've kind of like that. And that's probably what kind of got me into Ultimate Team on the college football game too, is because like after I got just bodied, I was like, I can't go like that. I can't go like that. So like it made me grind, and it's the same thing in Starfield. It's just like when I've been telling Matt like maybe I should turn the difficulty down a little bit because this place is way good. Because let me tell you that if you didn't know that about Starfield, like this DLC is harder than your base game.
Big difficulty boost.
Big time. So like there's a couple times where I was like, there's a couple times I was like, maybe I should turn down the difficulty, but at the same time, I'm like, I ain't no bitch. So like, so it's like hard to do that. But then I find myself using the same like FaceTime and stuff like that because it's just like, man, these motherfuckers, like if there's like, because sometimes there'll be like 15 motherfuckers fighting you at shooting from all different angles at once, and it's like, dude, I can't breathe. Like you get into some of these fights and you're just like, I really hope it didn't autosave right here.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I find out that it did.
Oof.
And when I'm and I'll just be like, I'll reload in my Rev 8 just driving away from the battle. like just stress the fuck out, get me out of here. Like boosting. And like yo, dude, it's harder. It's a harder DLC, but I think it's really fun. It just, man, they just need to get that, especially on console. They need to get that the optimization down because it's not cool.
That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be so tough. I feel like because it's just like I fully thought that we would never see Starfield at 60 FPS on the consoles, just given the whole CPU thing. And then they added it, and it was really cool. It had its issues, but it was really cool. And they worked on it. They got it better over time and everything. And then I guess just the addition of a new DLC, a whole different area, different enemies, different weapons, which leads to different things on screen. It's going to be interesting to see if this is something they can actually fix on these consoles. Or is it going to be something that's like when the new consoles launch, here you go, here's the perfect 60 FPS experience for Starfield.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, hearing all this talk about bugs and whatever, I have to say, right? This is me being selfish. I'm kind of relieved because I've been feeling like I'm missing out. You know, I've been feeling a lot of FOMO, and hearing that it's rough and that it's probably going to take another year or something for it to be at the optimum position or whatever. What?
Don't you have a PC?
I do have a PC.
Run that thing at 4K 60.
I don't have the time, guys. We've talked about it.
You should just give up and go become a hermit.
Become a hermit. Being a hermit still has cost, Cozy. I have to pay for wherever I'm living. I have to pay for the electricity. I have to pay for food. I have to pay for the internet. I still have to pay for the gym. You know, like you need money even to be a hermit.
So what you do is you started OnlyFans. Be a hermit with an OnlyFans. You could call it Hermit with an OnlyFans.
You need to let that story die, Cozy. I told you and Ham that story in confidence. That one needs to die. Okay, that one
You know
needs
what's
to
really
die.
funny? I was not even thinking about that.
Well, you're not the victim here. You're not the victim.
I was not even thinking about that.
Sunrise says we need pisser. Okay.
Yeah.
Cozy, you haven't played Shattered Space, but what are your thoughts on people's reactions to Shattered Space?
Most of the people I know that have been continually playing Starfield have liked it. I expect to like it because I came back expecting to just jump into it, and I didn't jump into it because I found all these other exciting things to do.
Okay. Is that all you wanted to say on it?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to take another holiday.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
What?
Did Ty say that he bought Starfield twice? I don't understand why he would do that.
Because he wanted the superior Steam version, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I was gonna say you can buy Starfield once and it's on PC and Xbox.
But what about Steam?
Play it. I mean, I guess if you really want Steam that bad, I guess you can spend the extra $70 to buy it again.
Better.
But it is. But
Steam is
worth
better.
spending? Is it worth spending another 70 on top of the 70 you just spent?
Or is it
that much better?
To me, it's just like how many different places can I get it to run on, and and in this situation, getting it on Xbox makes more sense to me. Just like getting Metaphor. Metaphor getting it on Xbox makes more sense because I'll be able to play it on my actual console and on my PC because it's play anywhere.
Wait, Metaphor is play anywhere?
Yes.
I was going to buy it on PC.
Yeah.
You buy it in the Microsoft store and then you can play it on Xbox.
Okay.
You can play it on Xbox and PC, yeah.
They need to do more marketing on that.
I think they have. I think they've made that clear, haven't they?
I
guess not. If you didn't know, I just thought they.
Yeah.
Thought it was known.
Invest in some baby. No, the baby oil stocks are going down. They're not going up. Space Marine 2 is my Starfield. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. For anyone that's played Space Marine 2 and the post-game stuff, you can get lost there as well. And it's got very tight gameplay.
I'm gonna get Space Marine eventually, but I have so many other games to beat.
Yep. That's the word, really. So many other games. That is the word. Anyone have let me read this off. This is from Dan Stapleton at IGN. He gave
this guy. This guy's. I'm sure it's a great review. Let's hear what Dan Stapleton has to say about Starfield, the game that he loved and reviewed totally fairly. Let's hear what he has to say. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's not bullshit. I'm sure it's not. Let's hear it.
Yo. Okay. All right, Matt.
I think he's a really insightful guy.
Dan gave it a 7 out of 10 and said,
"Whoa,
Starfield Shattered Space Expansion ably fills in the Varun-shaped hole in the main campaign, but doesn't shatter conventions with new abilities that would make a replay more exciting." So it's more of the main campaign, but nothing special.
Okay.
Matt, thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, is that his whole review? Is that just a summary of his review, or is
That's
that like
a summary? That's a summary, dude. This is the whole review, bro. All of
Oh
this.
yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Come on, bro.
That's.
Come on. It's still going.
Nobody cares.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
That's fine. I mean, like, it's, to be fair, like, I'm joking around about Dan, but like, that's about right for what I'd expect from Dan. I don't think he liked the base game very much. He wasn't a huge fan of it. So hearing that he's not gushing about Shattered Space is not surprising. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get someone else to review it. But then I guess you probably want some sort of continuity between the original person and then
if you did the
I get it.
original, then
Sure.
might as well do the sequel.
Yeah. You know, to be like I'm shitting on, you know, shitting on him for a joke, but that's a fair review, I guess.
It's a fair review. Cozy, what are your thoughts?
I don't listen to any of these people.
Okay, but what do you think about 7? Okay, well, you haven't played it, so you can't comment on the 7 out of 10. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Unless you want to comment on the 7 out of 10. Cozy. All right. Ham, are you there? Yeah, Cozy is locked the fuck in. Ham, are you there? I think we've lost Ham Solo. All right. Well, let's get into the Microsoft inquiry. I thought this was tragic when I saw it.
What?
Microsoft is seeking feedback from studios which aren't on Xbox. So let me read the article, then we'll get into it. It's from VGC, by the way. The previously player-centric Xbox research division is expanding to collaborate with game makers too. In a blog post, Microsoft said it wants to engage with game developers to help address pain points and improve future tools and services. The initiative is open to all members of game studios, not just technical staff, and Microsoft thinks it could reshape the relationship between platform holders and game creators. As well as speaking to current Xbox developers, the company is seeking feedback from studios which aren't currently releasing games on Microsoft platforms. If you aren't on Xbox, we'd love to know you why, said Principal User Research Dr. Deborah Henderson. And honestly, if you're using our competitors' products, you probably have a great perspective we could learn from. The initiative will employ a variety of research methodologies mirroring those used in player-focused studies but tailored for developers, including interviews, usability, playtesting, surveys, and flighting. US-based developers interested. Jesus, this is what happens when you use ChatGPT. Interested in participating can now sign up to do so. Microsoft said it's working on expanding recruitment to more countries. Ooh. I might just put my hat in there. I might get hired. The company confirmed this week that it's discontinuing its HoloLens mixed reality headsets. Software support for the original HoloLens headset, which launched in 2016, will end in December, while HoloLens 2 will continue to receive updates to address critical security issues and software regressions until December 2027. So, yeah, Microsoft is seeking feedback. Matt, what are your thoughts?
So specifically on seeking feedback from studios that aren't on Xbox. From what we've seen the last, I don't know, over the summer, we'll say, for a while, but over the summer, we'll say, the big issue seems to be not even being able to communicate with Xbox. The big issue seems to be that some developers need to go on Twitter to get people to rally underneath their tweet to then bring it to the attention of Phil Spencer. So there's either some sort of disconnect in between like the developer, something in between Phil Spencer and the developer is being lost.
Yeah.
And there, whatever that is, that's your key to, or at least that should be your key to fixing why some studios aren't on Xbox. Because it shouldn't just pop up on Phil Spencer's desk one day that this studio has been trying to get in contact with Xbox for certification process for months, and they haven't been able to. Like, that shouldn't just pop up on Phil's desk one day. Like, it should just be taken care of already. It should be guaranteed. But for whatever reason, it's not. So you got to fix that first before you can fix anything.
The big no-no.
Yep.
Vic says, what's it? I think this is very smart. If you need help and your team can figure it out, ask somebody. True. I'm guessing Ham's still not back. Okay, there's Ham.
No, I've been here the whole time. I just sometimes I get off camera because I have to do some stuff.
All right. Thoughts from Microsoft.
This to me reminds me so much of like a marriage, I guess.
Ooh.
It sounds like personally that there are people on the top arguing a little bit. And in my opinion, it seems like one person saying we're fine, and the other person saying, dude, we're not fine. We need we need to take action. And the other person's like, show me proof that we need to take action. It reminds me of a wife arguing with the husband, right? I mean, I've had this situation go down plenty of times in my own household, right? Where it's like, no matter what you say to your significant other, like they love you and they trust you with everything except certain weird hills that they want to die on every once in a while, right? And it's usually not it's not the end of the world, but it's usually something that's kind of like this stance. I'm so used to doing it this way for so long that I need proof that doing it that way makes sense before I start doing it. Right? It's kind of a natural human reaction to kind of reject when somebody tells you to do something a little uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, it like I don't know who's talking to who, but the way I look at it is like Phil talking to Satya, like, bro, like this shit ain't working with what we're doing. We need to do something differently. And Satya's like, no, it's fine. Just leave it like it is. And then things like this pop up online, and Phil's like, dude, here you go. Here's the problem I've been trying to tell you about. We need to fix it. And he's like, I think you just messed up this one particular. Show me proof that we really need it. And they're like, all right, well, I'm going to start conducting surveys with motherfuckers, and I'm going to bring it right back and throw it on your desk. And I'm going to tell you that this has been an issue. And we need to get it addressed. Like, that's what it sounds like in a business kind of sort of way. Like when you're conducting surveys, you're trying to convince somebody.
Yes,
you're trying to convince somebody that the way things are running ain't right. And that you need to fix something. So I don't know if it's Phil to Satya or if it's Sarah to Satya about Phil, or I don't know who it is doing it to who, but somebody was realizing something and not liking it and taking action. That's the only logical thing that I can come out of this with.
All right, so let's follow that to its logical conclusion, Ham. Say the devs come back and they give them all the evidence, like, all right, this is what's wrong, this and this and this and this and this and this. Do you think Xbox will make a significant pivot? You have faith in them to do it?
Do I have faith in them to do it? Shit. I mean, some of the most trusted people I have very little faith in. So I'm gonna I'm gonna say no. Do I have faith in them to like what was the question again?
Like
Specifically.
say they collect the data, say they collect the evidence that this is what's wrong and we need to change this and this and this, and it's going to cost us X amount of millions, and we're gonna have to change like our culture or what we think about what is our vision for Xbox moving forward.
In that case, then yeah, I do trust them because they have no problem changing. They have no problem changing. They will take an L to change. They will just absolutely stop. They will full stop. They're going 500 miles an hour. They will hit the brakes if they find out you going if they find out you going 600 miles an hour, 700 miles an hour. They will hit the brakes and be like, we need to figure out a different way to travel. They will do that. So, like, do I trust them to do that? Absolutely. Do I trust them to compete with Sony properly? No.
Oof.
No. Do I expect them to compete with anybody really properly? No. I think what Microsoft's trying to do is find their own lane and almost force everybody to follow it. That's been their whole plan the whole time. Have you not noticed that? I mean, that's the reason they made a gaming division. Sony, no. Slap their hand. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's just they want, and that's why they have Sony in their pocket now. You know,
what you mean in their pocket? Explain. Bro, what you mean in their pocket?
Are you kidding me? The person that used to not be able to get in the club is now taking your money for you to come in the club.
Oh, you're talking about putting games on PlayStation.
Isn't the game about software?
It is, but oh man, you're making this a topic about something else now. This is about the devs.
But I'm saying, what I'm telling you is they're trying to figure out a different way to compete, and I still think them going out of their way to do this weird survey shows that they have enough care to still try to do something. What that something is, we don't know. But what I'm telling you is it's conniving. It's conniving. Whatever they're trying to do, it's conniving. Yeah. I don't know if it's good or bad for gaming, but I know it is probably going to be somehow cheaper. It's probably going to be more mainstream. Because that's the whole thing that Xbox wants to do is they want to tap into the mainstream.
And that's what they're struggling with.
That's why they're talking about, I want to team up with Steam. Sure, take my game on PlayStation. Nintendo, you want some too? You good? Everybody good? All right, let's go on ahead and bring out some sort of device that you can just do our shit on. And then if you can just do our shit, like you start to make the other things niche eventually after, 20 years.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's very long game, annoying, tiring, frustrating. It's super. But I think that's their whole. Like tactic. Business model. Yeah, exactly. Their whole tactic is to make you just get tired of what you're doing. How long you still want to? Yeah. I mean, look how big this company is. Look what they did. Look at what they did to Windows.
I used to pay for Windows.
It's a similar strategy, but they're trying to do it in gaming, and they're trying to figure out a way that they can just make it automated. To where it's like they damn near don't have to touch it. There's only developers in there making games. That's it. Everything else is,
and that's the big issue that they have. Cozy, you have development expertise. Tell us what you've seen most devs complaining about, the ones that have come out complaining. and also give us your feedback on Microsoft seeking feedback.
I mean, I honestly haven't seen a whole lot of. I mean, I mostly hang in spaces with like indie devs, so most of them aren't complaining about anything. They take what they can get.
So they don't have issues putting games on
I mean,
Xbox.
Microsoft has probably the cheapest, other than Steam, other than PC platforms, to put games on.
I don't understand.
What? You don't understand what? The
You're
cheapest
saying
platform.
Microsoft has the cheapest platforms.
Yeah, their
Platform to
platform is
put
really
games
cheap
on.
to put games on.
What does that mean? Do you have to pay to put your game on it?
All that certification stuff costs money.
So it's cheaper to put games on Xbox than Steam, for example.
No.
He said
That's
other
so
than PC platforms.
Other than
so
PC.
on console is the cheapest.
Mm-hmm. It's the cheapest and it's the only one that has a direct like route.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I mean, if you're an indie dev, that is.
Yeah, but what are your thoughts on them seeking feedback then?
I mean, it's more of them. I mean, I agree with what Ham said. But I also think they could just give us another Viva Pinata.
That'll
Give
fix
the
it.
people what they truly want.
Listen, same way people are not.
That's going to be the show closer at next year's Xbox showcase. That's going to be the closer. Viva Pinata, yeah.
You know how many people would probably be like, "Shut up and take my money"?
A couple hundred.
No.
A couple
Viva Pinata was a success.
I know.
I'm with Matt. Just a couple hundred. It's fine.
Be a couple thousand, maybe.
That's like best case scenario.
I think it would be the perfect thing because think about it. A lot of the people who like are gamers, they played that when they were youngins, and now they'll be like, "Viva Pinata is back." Viva Pinata, I'm telling you.
They might be like that.
Probably not, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Have you played Viva Pinata?
Oh no, I haven't.
So you wouldn't understand.
You bring it up. You
reject happiness.
So often.
You reject happiness. It's okay.
I played it. I had a friend who was quite obsessed with it.
With Viva Pinata.
Yeah.
Okay. Developers hope the Xbox console. Ooh, is this a thing, Cozy, that devs hope that Xbox dies so they don't have more work?
I see. The thing is, I don't hang in these large spaces. I hang in small spaces. So, the kind of spaces I want, everyone wants to be putting their games everywhere.
I don't know. I disagree with what Raichi said right there because that's the complete opposite way that Square Enix thought. That's the complete opposite way that Capcom thought. They've all made ventures in trying to make things only on that platform. And sure, at that time, they thought it made sense. But then but like people scoff at 30 million as if it's just a few pennies. Dude, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of money.
And if you can and if you can get a game like Elden Ring out, dude, Pal World, like Pocket Pair, you think they weren't happy to drop their game on Xbox?
They lost their minds, dude.
So like I think the real problem that developers have is they don't like having multiple SKUs to work on.
Yeah.
For a generation. You give them I mean, because we can't say, oh, Xbox should stop or whatnot. We've seen what happened when the 360 came in and made things crazy easy, and the PlayStation was hard to build on. We've seen that happen already in history, where the people were like, PlayStation shit's gonna come out later because this one's way easier to work on. This one makes sense. So, like, it just really depends on how they treat the next generation. I think them kind of coming around and talking about this right now is probably it is possibly a good sign for the next generation of them just preparing themselves properly so they don't. I mean, listen to the words that are said in this in this title. Microsoft seeking feedback for studios which aren't on Xbox. They're wondering, hey, why aren't you here? Is it because it's difficult to make it? Because a lot of people throughout this entire generation have said, yo, we always stumble around the Series S. When we get to the Series S, it's a stumble. It's a stumble right here every single time. There's like every single year, there's at least been one big game that's been stumbling around the Series X. So, with that being said, I feel like they kind of know their answers, but like I said, they gotta report this to the big guy that gives them the money to do this stuff. So now they need honest feedback from different people to then be able to make the change for the future. Because they're already talking about trying to make new hardware. So this, in a way, this is a good, not in a way, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. It's totally a thing you can tease them about, because it's just like, why'd you let it get this far? Right? So it's easily teasable, right? Like, I don't knock anybody for teasing them for doing this, right? Because this is like old boy in school raising their hand and asking some sort of wild question, right? Remember the weird kid in class that asked something about like sexual anatomy, and you're like, bro, like, how don't you know this shit? like that's what this is right now. This is that awkward kid raising their hand, and it's like, yo, how don't you know this already?
What is wrong with you?
But good on them for trying to learn.
It's really like when people say developers are lazy, it's because they've never worked in any sort of code ever. Like, of course, that's work. And I don't think you understand the kind of work, the kind of things, but that has really nothing to do with it, because they can put it on a platform or not. A lot of that is based on where they think they can get the sales at and ease of actually just putting it on that platform. Like, if they don't think the sales are worth it, which a lot of devs probably don't,
then they're not going to do it.
Yeah. When you're under a certain size, like that's why you see these small ones doing it. When you're under a certain size, you just want people to see your game. You're proud of this work that you've put in. You're like, yeah, I made this.
Yeah. Is it possible? Is it possible that the stigma around Xbox would make people decide not to port games there? Around the whole, if it's not on Game Pass, people maybe won't buy it. So is it worth the investment?
Well, I think haven't they already like gone over the fact that like there's data to prove that people do buy more games in Game Pass? Isn't that already like a proven thing?
I mean, that is, but there it has also been proven.
I haven't seen this article. I'd like to. If you can send me this link, I'd like to see it.
I'm pretty
because
sure
it's something that happened to
Xbox
me
came out and said that like beginning of this generation. They've even hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
All right, Cozy, go ahead.
I mean, it's more about like the visibility of your game, though. That's not really. It's not necessarily just Game Pass. It's like, oh, how many eyes are on your game?
Okay, I'm gonna send this to you, Loke. Article from Game Rant.
I'd like to read that later. Go ahead.
If you look at games like, for example, Hypercharge, that did fine without Game Pass.
And the dev wasn't the dev like on Twitter crying about how happy they were and all the sales that they got.
Yeah,
that game wasn't in Game Pass.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No.
Elden Ring got an incredible amount of sales.
Yep.
On Xbox.
Not in Game Pass.
And those represent two very different ends of the spectrum.
You know what?
I just
That's a
sent
good
you
point,
that.
Kobe.
But I think the key thing is when I say Xbox game development is easier, you don't need any special equipment to make an Xbox game. So it's cheaper. It's automatically cheaper because you don't need special equipment.
Do you need that for PlayStation?
You need a dev kit.
I did not know
Ooh.
this.
You can, I mean, and then you have to go through the hurdle of like applying to get one even. Whereas you can make an Xbox game on your computer.
That's weird because the way you're explaining it, Cozy, it makes no sense why more games go to PlayStation. It sounds like Xbox has the better deal for developers from what you're
Well,
explaining.
for smaller devs, definitely.
Yeah.
But once you have a company and people, then you can just just be like, oh, I'll get the PlayStation equipment. So that's why you see a lot of the difference is you'll see a lot of small games that are really small. Oh, stop! You get off the keyboard! My goodness. No, she walked one way across it, and I was like, no. And then she walked the other way back, and I was just trying to get her off of it.
I saw a feather fly just now.
She's always losing feathers.
All right. Yeah, you were saying, Cozy.
Yeah, but so it's like depending on what size you are. Like me as a solo dev, I wouldn't bother with a PlayStation because that would be I'd have to put money into paying someone to put the game there or actually set up shop and make myself super official with a company,
Which is more expensive
to get my game there.
All right, fair enough. Welcome in, John 907i. Make sure everyone to smash the like button, please. We're on our way to 2K. Smash the button. Bigger install base, butter. Indies thrive on Switch. All right. Because PlayStation, a indie dev can make a PS4 version and be done. With Xbox, they need to make an Xbox One, Series S, and X version.
That is true.
That
is true.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. That's what that's what you got with the whole Capcom like classic games and shit like that, right?
Oh, that's why those old games are not coming out on Xbox.
Well, they are, but now they are like much later because of the way. I mean, because they shut down Xbox One, right? Or they discontinued it. So then there is no Xbox One to sell it to. You know what I mean? So because that whole pipeline is decommissioned, but the PS4 pipeline is still open, right? So they can still make it for the PS4 because they're making the PS4 version. They're not making a PS5 version per se, right? It's just it's just that the PS5 is backwards compatible, so it can play that. Backwards compatible with PS4 at least. Xbox, yeah, it's backwards compatible, but each of those lines are decommissioned in the back. So to put a new game out for it isn't possible, I believe. Is how it was like explained to me. I could be wrong, but that's how it was explained to me. So, yeah, I mean that's another thing of them receiving feedback. You know, I mean there's a list of different things, and I think that's and I think that's like the kind of bottom line of this. Is it's just like it's not just one thing, and to prove it to your superior, you would want multiple people saying the same thing, right? Like if you want to prove if you want to prove to your city official that hey, this is a problem in our city. We need these potholes fixed in this part of town because it is fucking all of our vehicles up. Then you got enough signatures, and you're gonna have somebody to take you more serious than you just coming up there saying, "We told you, we've told you, we've told you for forever." I guess.
Yeah, you need to show up with some evidence to motivate action.
Yeah, I mean, you work in a what the company that you work for, it's probably very much like that, where you got to always show your proof of this is why we got this, and here is the receipt to that thing, and this is why we got to get it next month.
Yes, exactly right. You need to evidence whatever you're thinking about doing or not doing. Let's go. So this is Microsoft seeking feedback from devs. All right, let's take a leap because it's bullshitting. It's bullshitting. It's not a corporate meeting. All right.
Let's go.
Come on, Cozy. You should have more faith in me. Anyways.
I have no faith in you. I have
God damn.
What's the opposite of faith? That's what I have.
Oh my! I think it's doubt. Anyways. This was Microsoft seeking feedback from studios and devs. Let us pretend that Microsoft is seeking feedback from gamers.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's pretend they're seeking feedback from gamers, and they're saying you have lost faith in Xbox, or you only play on PlayStation, or you only play on PC, or you only play on Switch. What is it that we're not doing that you want us to do? Matt's already got a smirk on his face. So automatically you're going last, Matt.
It's not for that. It's not for that.
All right. Cozy.
Now he's going first. Go first. No, I'm just kidding.
I can go first. Who goes second?
You go first, Cozy.
They could give us Viva Pinata. You know this.
Would you buy the next console if Viva Pinata was exclusive to the Xbox Series Y or whatever, Series Z?
Yes.
What?
I mean, they'd make it available on PC, wouldn't they?
No.
No, that's why I'm asking you, Cozy. Like, Xbox comes to you and says that we're struggling to sell these consoles. What would make you buy the next console day one?
Viva Pinata.
The new Viva Pinata is exclusive to the next Xbox console. You're getting it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So there you have it. Xbox stop porting to PC. Ham.
That's a lazy answer.
Hey, you know what? You can't say she's not consistent. You cannot say she's not consistent. Ham, what would you ask of Microsoft to guarantee your purchase or more purchases of their console, in your opinion?
More flexibility. I mean, they're already pretty flexible, but like just more flexibility with their stuff. Make things just be more consistent. So like, it'd be nice to play the games. Like I guess that kind of goes more to the developer. So like I was thinking like being able to play everything on the cloud that you play on like on your console and whatnot. I mean, that'd be nice, but I guess what I mean by initially what I was thinking is like stuff like the whole like SSD addition to the console. Just be more friendly to like being able to buy third-party software for that kind of stuff, or hardware for that kind of stuff, you know? Like it is pretty cool that you could throw that SSD into the into the PS5 and whatnot, but like it'd be nice to do that same thing on the Xbox itself. Also, like, let's see, what would I? This is a question.
Yeah.
is an interesting question right here. Like what would I like to see from Xbox? I mean, okay.
Because we're always bitching, right?
Specifically, I think honestly, they should. My number one thing I think I'd love from them would just at this point get your SKU to be pretty much just on PC and make consoles like that.
Oh, I don't understand. Like, stop making consoles and just go to PC.
No. Make your console
PC.
Make your console just a PC.
Oh
Make
yeah.
your console just a PC and make it scalable.
Oof. So just start making PCs, essentially.
Kinda. To be honest, kinda. Like
Is it still a
either it's
console, though?
we either it's a handheld or whatever. I think that's kind of well. My whole thing is to make the SKU as easy as possible, right? Make it a one and done kind of thing, and also make it easy to be able to play anywhere, anyhow, right?
Okay.
So if you have all these different licenses and you have all these different publishers and stuff like that, why not have your own Steam kind of thing and just make consoles that work from that platform? Like, why not just do that? I know Steam is already there, but there are people like myself that have a large list of games on Xbox, and I'd love to be able to see those games
On your PC.
all work the same from the same place and be. I mean, if they really want to be, you play no matter where you're at, however you want, wherever you want, then that to me is kind of like the center.
It's
And that,
intriguing.
and to be honest, I mean, then they're only then they're pretty much the same damn SKU as like a Steam would be then.
Yeah, but like I'm not saying it's a terrible idea, Ham, but I'm just gonna play devil's advocate for 2 seconds.
No, please play devil's advocate because I'd like it.
The reason people get consoles is because of the convenience of I just bought Final Fantasy 16 and I don't need to check if Final Fantasy 16 will run on my rig or not. If they start releasing PCs that you see as scalable or whatever, now your average guy needs to be keeping up with tech.
No, you don't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he
doesn't.
Explain.
Because it would just work. Because if Xbox is selling you the console, that like, and this is a console, just a like with a more PC focus, they're selling you a set hardware. That hardware is set, which means developers know what the hardware is and they target that hardware. It would be no different than what you already get on your Xbox. Developers know the hardware and the Series X and the Series S. They target that hardware. It would be no different with what Ham is suggesting here. The only difference is you would have your like Microsoft or Steam or whoever would have their PC storefront on the console. That would be the only difference. You wouldn't have the average person wouldn't have to think, oh, well, my Xbox has this, this, and this in it. I sure hope this game can run on this, this, and this. It already runs on it because the developer targets that hardware. So it's the convenience of a console, but it's a PC.
Okay, but what about the scalable part? That's
my question. All right. So yeah, the scalable part to me would be like almost like imagine like you have something that's ejectable on a, let's say like a So like let's say like a console that like very much like let me use a Sega the Sega Genesis pretty much as like an example.
Cozy, you're muted. You're muted.
Except there being a disk drive, it's like a CPU or like a GPU CPU combo type of thing, right?
Mm.
And then the next, like let's say it's a next generation after the like let's say 2026 happened, that generation happened, then 8 years later there is another generation. Okay, right? So now we are in 2034, right? With the 2.0 of that, you get some sort of device or something like that that you can just like plug to just eject out and plug in, kind of like, you know, that 360 top piece where you put the hard drive in.
Yeah.
Something simple like that where you eject it out, put a new one in, and then your old console is pretty much just the drive.
That's wild.
That's kind of what I'm kind of getting at. Is something like that where they're just selling you pretty much a Microsoft or a Xbox first party piece of hardware that all you do is just connect it on. And if you have the 2.0 now, because 1.0 was the last generation of the PC version of the thing, if you have the 2.0 now, then you can play maybe Hellblade at a much higher definition, or you can play the next generation game that you couldn't play on the previous generation or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like if you hop on your Xbox One right now and go into Game Pass, it'll have that little signal right or that little symbol that says you can't play this game because you don't have that hardware.
Yep.
Yeah. Vince says it's the expensiveness of a PC without the luxury of configuration of your settings. Horrible idea, guys. After what Ham said, I think it's doable. They would have like the $500, right? They would have the $500 1.0 version, which is what Ham's talking about, and then they would have the $800 to $900 to $1,000 crazy rig, which I would buy. I would buy that if it had like all these storefronts and whatever. I would buy that because if you want to get the same like level of fidelity or quality on PC, you
pay through the
probably
nose.
End up spending way more than $1,000. And I understand for you guys that live in places where you actually buy stuff at the right price, $1,000 is crazy. For me, $1,000 is pretty reasonable because of where I'm at. But yeah, Matt, you wanted to add something.
Say to Vincent Vega's point, I mean the whole expensiveness part. First up, like let's get that out of the way because expensive. Like let's not talk about expensive anymore. Considering the fact, like if everything comes to fruition the way that a lot of people seem to think that it will next generation, the PS6 is probably going to cost you about $600-$700, and the Xbox is probably going to cost you around the same amount. So like at that point, like I've said it before, like the difference between spending $700 on the PS5 Pro is only $700 console right now, so I'll say that the difference between spending $700 on a PS5 Pro versus spending an extra $200 to get a PC that's better than the PS5 Pro, like that gap is more narrow than it's ever been. It used to be the console offered you extreme value at like $500 or $400 versus getting a comparable PC for like $900, $1,000. Now it's like $900, $1,000 to get a comparable PC and $700 for a console. And if that's going to be the case next generation, I don't see why this would be a bad option. And the whole configuration part, it's like it's already configured for, like it would be no different than Steam Deck. The Steam Deck, that's why, and shout out to Vince Vega, no disrespect or anything. I love Vince Vega, but like that's why the Steam Deck is successful right now. That's why, because you just turn it on and game's default settings to that configuration of hardware, and it just runs. That's it. It would be no different than this is no different than what that is doing. If this were to come about, it would just work because it's configured to work.
Non-subsidized consoles like the PS5 Pro. All right. Matt, after Ham's pretty awesome idea, in my opinion, what would you say if Xbox came and asked you what they need to do to get more people to buy their consoles? What would you tell them?
To get more people to buy their consoles, or to get me to buy their console?
Okay, two-part. It's a two-parter for you and for more people.
Okay, so to get more people to buy their consoles, I like what Ham said. To get more people to buy their consoles, though, I know it probably sounds a little bit counterintuitive. I think the first thing they probably should do is focus on one SKU of console. I think on one SKU of console.
Okay.
I don't know if it's still the case, but I remember a couple years back there was like some data that came out that talked about like most people who are on next generation Xbox aren't on Series X. Most people were on Series S. Now,
really?
Yeah, that was like 2021 or 2022 when that came out. And it was not close either. It wasn't like it was 50-40 split. It was like 80-20.
Damn.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I would have bet it's the opposite, because for me, there's really no value in the S. For me personally.
So, but for like a lot of people, there is. Considering the fact that you look at how Xbox is selling this generation, you figure for a lot of people, Xbox is a companion console, not the main thing. And if you're somebody who bought a PS5, but you also wanted to play Xbox games at launch, you're like, okay, well, instead of spending $1,000 out the gate, I'll spend $800 out the gate and get the Series S and the PS5. It's a better value, and if you're not on Xbox all the time, it doesn't really matter that much. But so what I would say to like get more people is to just get one SKU. Focus on one SKU, sell that one SKU, do whatever marketing, whatever fancy verbiage you want to throw in there to make that SKU more appealing, but focus on one SKU would be the main thing. For me, I mean, you kind of already got me. It's hard for me to sit here and say you need to do X, Y, and Z. Literally, all they need to do for me is continue making games. That's it. Like,
you're good.
Like, yeah, I'm good. Like, I have a PC for my game room, and the next Xbox that comes out, I'll be grabbing that, and it'll go in my bedroom. Because
you don't play video games though. You only lick them.
Okay, Cozy. It's a lot cheaper to buy another Xbox, the next generation of Xbox, for my bedroom than it is to build a whole nother PC and just put it in my bedroom. So you already got me.
Like that's exactly where I am, and that's why I said what I said about the type of console that I'd like to see from them, because 100%. It's just like I'd love to have like a just a base thing that I just put said new hardware on top of or something like that. Because think about it, the whole PS5 Pro, that motherfucker comes digital at this point. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. At this point, it's like my PC doesn't have a disk drive. My Series S doesn't have a disk drive. And I take that to my mom's all the time. All the time. Right? That is my companion console. Right? And then my Series X just sits right here. Right? So like, then on top of that, I got the PC. Whenever I move, whenever I get a house, I don't expect my PC to be as close to my Xbox as it is right now. So if it's in two kind of separate corners of the room, then then by God, my wife can finally be louder when she talks online, because I mean, goodness gracious, my homeboys, whenever we're in the party, they can always hear her. They're right there. They're right there. Just, well, watch out. You know, like she's always doing call outs in Halo. She does that like the entire time that she plays. But being able to like being able to bounce from one thing to another and continue to play is my reason that I'm an Xbox fan right now. Like, that's why I said that. That's why I started earlier by saying, yo, like, when Metaphor comes out, I'm copping that on Xbox, because I'm going to be able to play it on my Xbox. I'll be able to play it on my PC and my Steam Deck, and I don't have to do all this extra BS to get it to work. It's just there.
If you hadn't told me about that, I would have just bought it on PC.
You know what? I don't have a series console, but I did get the physical copy of Metaphor. The collector.
Did you?
The collectors, yeah.
Nice.
I did not think that'd be a game you would be interested in, honestly.
I can see it. Tell us why you're looking forward to Metaphor ReFantasio, Cozy.
It looks like a fun game.
All
That's
right.
a pretty good reason.
Infinite Umbra, welcome in. Appreciate you.
He's not infinite anything. He's limited amount of Umbra.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so bro.
Oh man.
Jeez. Hit the like and subscribe, everyone. Share this out.
Yeah.
Spam
the thumbs down for sure. God damn.
Spam your mutuals, DMs, and all of that good stuff with TSWS. All right, so moving on. Sony did a thing the other day. They did a thing the other day. Sony delist.
They don't learn, do they?
Sony delist original Horizon Zero Dawn on PC, forces PSN requirement for remaster. We don't even have to read the article. It says it right there.
I know there's nothing else. There's nothing else.
What are we supposed to say? Oh my goodness. Matt,
thank you, Wesley. I actually appreciate it when outlets do that. They don't just leave it on a weird ... situation. They just tell you what it is. And then if you want to get a little bit further into it, you can, but you really don't have to. Like, that's what like whoever, Wesley, keep doing you, bro. I like it.
Good job.
Good job,
Wesley.
Hey man, I'll give them their like. I may not love IGN as a whole and like some of the ideas that they have, but like, but like we've described many of times in the past, Loke, it's more of a business of individuals. So you got to acknowledge the individual when they do something dope. And I think, thank you, Wesley, again. Like, cut to the chase. Fuck.
Yep. Wesley Yin Pool for the win. Let's go. Matt, thoughts on Sony's move to delist Horizon Snow Dawn on PC and forcing PSN for the remaster?
I think Sony stinks. I think they stink, and this is just more evidence of them stinking. And I think even when they stink and everyone says, "Hey, you guys stink," they never learn from it and they just double right down on it. And you know, this is just another example of them doing that. Listen, from a whole business perspective, I get why they're delisting the original Zero, because if you buy it cheap, then you get the upgrade for cheap, and it's like it'd be dumb for them to not do it. It's scummy, but it's scummy, but it's business. It's the way it is. Versus this whole PSN requirement thing, like it's just like, I get why you're doing it. I get it, but it's dumb. People, it's not necessary, really. It really isn't necessary. People don't seem to not love it. They keep telling you they don't love it, and you keep doing it. Even after the whole Helldivers 2 thing, when you guys said, "Oops, our bad. Never mind, you don't need it." And then the next game you put out, you said, "Actually, you do need it." And now you just need it all the time. So it's like they do not learn lessons at all.
But they did. No. They did learn a lesson. Dude.
No,
they
what
did.
What they learned?
They learned that you can force PSN sign in, but it has to be from the start.
Yep.
Don't launch the game and then force PSN.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can argue that they learned the wrong lesson, but there's no way they didn't improve on the fiasco that was
but did they learn that? And is that also true? Because you look at Ragnarok and how that's getting fucking bombarded on PC. I'm sure also pirated on PC. Because of the requirements. Because of the requirements for it to have PSN. So it's is it true? I don't know.
I mean, people will still play it.
Man, we're not laughing at you, man.
People will still I know. People will still play it for sure, but it's also one of those things like how many people buy it versus pirate it.
Yeah, I think it increased the pirate though, and and not just that, but also I know.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It just really didn't make sense.
It just makes sense.
This bird, I'm gonna murder.
Yeah, she is a superstar. She's the only reason you keep getting invited back to the show. Cause you know this. Yeah, fuck, you did break ham. You did. You did. Thank you. Well, and welcome to the show, fuck. Welcome to BullSittin.
Oh,
Thank you for commenting, Richie. I was tired of seeing my own face down there. Thank you for commenting, Richie. I appreciate that. God damn.
Oh my god.
This community, sometimes it's just
yeah, that's another fair point, Dorian Gray. There's
no choice but pirate.
With that whole PSN requirement, you're excluding a lot of people from playing your game. A lot of people who the only option you're giving them is to pirate your game.
Literally.
So again, that's what I meant when I said Sony doesn't learn, or they haven't to this point. Maybe they will, but they haven't to this point learned that lesson for whatever reason. So
yeah, if there's such a thing as malpractice, I think this is as close as it gets. The whole forcing PSN requirement. They're forcing the PSN requirement so they can increase their MAUs. You can increase your MAUs, but you're still decreasing legal purchases of games.
They should have just released Dreams on PC and made that. Release or do remasters of Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but without the
oh
PSN
no, definitely have it and just be like, because it's multiplayer.
Yeah, it feels like you're cutting your nose to spite your face.
And if it was multiplayer, I don't think people would complain.
Because it would make sense.
Yes.
But what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yep.
So that's why I'm saying just do they should have done it for their just make put some of their old games on PC. And
but they'll be fine. At the end of the day, they'll be fine. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
Yeah,
they're still going to sell reasonably well. So it's fine. Ham, stop laughing at that picture. Little Big Planet 1 to 3 package for $40. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that.
Ugh.
I never liked Little Big Planet at all.
Because you have no soul. We've already discovered you're no soul and you don't like fun.
All right, Verge-based Brizzle, welcome in, says TSWS. Ham, you wanted to highlight this? Go ahead.
Oh no, I just can't. I can't.
That's a really cool picture. That's a really good picture, honestly.
Oh my god, that's just fucking great. Like I can't even read right now when I look at that picture. I can't read. Like, get that out of here. Get that out.
Did he get that photo from this episode?
To the right side
Yes,
of the screen.
that's
I can't
great.
read.
Yes,
When
this
that
just
picture is
happened.
that picture is popping.
Like I
It is
lifted up my
great.
hat as soon as Umbra hopped on, and before I could just screenshot the pic right there.
That was great. That was perfect. What a great
Breaking
get.
news: they're remastering Astrobot. Okay.
Okay, so
about
about
time.
this, because you were asking me about this, were you?
Yeah, I was, and then you saw the picture, and then you lost it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are you about to lose it again, Ham?
Trying not to.
He's trying to compose himself.
I'm
Jesus.
trying to. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they did it because, I mean, as Matt said, they're gonna want to make sure that you're in the like the not only the PSN but also let me ask Matt real quick. Are you able to upgrade it cheap on PC?
Yes, you can. I saw
Yeah.
what's his name? Me and Mike's buddy on Twitter, Battery Joe, we call him. But he posted he did the
Joe.
$10 upgrade. He did the $10 upgrade on PC for Horizon.
I've never really seen a $10 upgrade on PC before. I find that fun.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
new. That's new.
Like usually you just get when you get a new graphics card, that's your upgrade,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But now they're putting upgrades behind paywalls. So
I understand.
I'm interested to see what other games do that type of stuff because I honestly
Sony.
I wouldn't be surprised to see other companies. I honestly like from a business standpoint, I don't think that's a terrible idea if they're doing a whole bunch of cool new looking stuff in it. But I mean, for me, I just don't like Horizon like that. So like I can't go to bat for this game. But like if it was one of my favorite games, it'd be hard for me to deny doing something like that.
I mean,
Like I'm just being realistic, right? Like if they were to have like a $10 upgrade right now and they had all those like and they like completely redid the way like Skyrim looked and made it just like looking like dang near brand new.
Oof. I might have to buy that one.
You know what I'm saying? It really kind of depends on the game, and like Horizon just is not that game for me at all. But like for some people, I'm sure it is. The Last of Us clearly was, right? For some people.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it sold like crazy amounts. Nothing's doing like but GTA 5 did it. Or GTA 5 did it, yeah. Yeah. They made the Series S and X and fucking whatever version, and didn't they put that behind a paywall?
They did.
They did on console, but on PC, that's
They
not even
did.
out on PC.
Yeah, so yeah, so I see why they do it on console for sure. PC is just what I'm so surprised with because usually you just turn up the settings and stuff like that. Stop doing that. Oh my god. You can't recreate that. That was so
I'm
perfect because you had
trying.
no idea what was happening. Oh
I
man,
tried.
it's so good. But yeah, I'm interested to see how much more of it happens on PC. But to me, I almost feel like it's more work than it's worth. to be honest. Like Skyrim, if they were to do that, that'd be cool. But to me, that'd also probably be taking. I'm not sure how much resources they're using to update it like this, or if it's super duper simple, or if they're going to maybe streamline it to be super duper simple in the future. But if it takes like a year to do, maybe 2, I don't want devs doing that. Like Skyrim is fine the way it is. I honestly think Horizon, like, to me, I just, especially that,
make that money. They gotta make that money, okay?
I don't even know.
Of money, can someone explain to me why a PC player would need to even engage in this $10 upgrade?
Well, that's
like
a
you
good
said,
question.
it's just to increase the tech, your graphics card or whatever, and it should just improve. So why would you do this?
Well, that's the good question, because we don't know yet. Because as far as I know, they haven't talked about any of the features that this has over the base version that already exists. Like we've seen some screenshots, and it looks like they kind of changed the color grading a little bit, but there's nothing that they've shown screenshot wise that makes me go, "Wow, this is a huge leap." Like it doesn't look like they're going from just regular rasterization to ray tracing.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like they're doing that. So I don't know why anyone would do this, honestly, unless you just really love Horizon.
My God. Damn, Vince.
Forbidden
Vince
West
says
textures.
Forbidden West texture is gonna be on mod sets for free.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, why am I paying the $10? It makes no sense to me.
Because it's Sony. Because it's Sony, and you're gonna be a good little consumer and consume.
Yeah, but that's the thing. To Dorian Gray's point, only people buying it are normies. Most people on PC are not normies. Like normies on console. No?
Yes.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So
I mean, no, they might buy it because they might have been vaguely interested in it, but you're not going to probably get a large amount of people being like, "Oh, I'm going to pay for the upgrade. Oh,
like
I'm going to
buyers.
go out,
yeah, you won't
and buy it, especially at the price it's at."
Ham.
What's up, Ham?
Ham just get some breaking news.
What's happening? 343 Industries is bringing a third-person mode. What?
Wow.
Were we not talking about this last week?
Hold on. I wasn't talking about this last week. When did this?
We were talking about it, Ham. Remember talking about is it still Halo and the identity?
Well, we were talking about we were talking about it, yeah, but we weren't talking about it as actually happening.
Yeah, we weren't talking about it happening.
It would be cool to see, and like people were arguing it back and forth, and now here we are.
Yeah.
So like this is kind of like I'm happy you brought that up, Lo, because we have been talking about this, but we didn't talk about it in the sense of we knew anything. We didn't know shit.
No.
Why are people this upsets people?
I'm interested. It doesn't upset me.
No, we're just spitballing about is it still Halo if it happens.
What makes Halo?
This specifically a third person?
Yeah, third person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still like the sandbox is still the sandbox. It just changes the viewpoint.
That is wild. Like my mind is trying to understand what's happening.
If they can make the gameplay translate into the same.
I love how. Oh man.
Yeah,
and just like Helldivers, when you aim down sight,
it goes to first person.
It goes to first person, and I love that about Helldivers. That was like one of my favorite things about that game.
Back. I am back.
Matt's about to go play this right now.
I'm about to get warm. I'm about to get warmed up on Halo right now.
Well, see, there were mods already to be able to do like some of this stuff, but like that But like, see, I like being able to do this stuff like and actually earn. You know what I mean? And in most mod like community kind of games, like you don't like earn anything.
Yeah.
So
I'm
like
telling you,
this looks
man.
really cool.
Achievements are the shit. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, if they make a new Halo that's third person, that'd be banging.
I'd play the shit out of
That
that.
had third person and that viewpoint of first person when you go down sight. That'd be so dope. And then I'm talking, get Master Chief out of here. Like I love Master Chief, but get him out of here. Like let's do something where you are your own Spartan.
Yeah.
Trying to create your own legacy or something.
Exactly. That'd be so dope. And then come out with
That'd be
another
more
Halo
fun.
with Master Chief in it, and then it'd be kind of fun to see. Okay, well, that's what Boss is doing, right?
Yeah,
but I'm doing this shit. You know, that'd be great. That'd be a great back and forth. So then, like, Chief can do something first, and then your guy could catch up to it. And then Chief goes, he does something again, and then your guy comes and catches up to it. Kind of like each game that Chief's in, he's leading the army to the next spot that you need to come and clear out.
CBH for God says, "Lol, Gears of Reach." I like it. I like it.
That is dope.
Oh, sorry, Vince said it first. Actually, that's Gears of Reach. True, Vince said it first. Hey, damn, man, that was a very nice catch. Very interesting. Suppose it's a great way to try third person to see how people feel about it, and if they implement it for the next Halo game or not. Yeah,
it's very Fortnite-ish meets.
It definitely feels like Fortnite.
It is kind of, but it's something familiar, and I could really fuck with that. Like what I don't like about Fortnite is it's just to me it feels like I'm learning a whole new game.
Yeah,
and I'm not really into battle royales like that. I'm sure they got other modes and shit like that, but I'm just not really interested in Fortnite per se. Like just that IP in general. I was interested in it when it was what it was originally. But then I just never got into it.
Oh, the Save the World format. You like that?
I was interested in it, but they seem to have had abandoned it. So like I never got the game for that. The game kind of like the way I looked at the cover when I was at the store, I just didn't look at it the same. You know what I mean? Because I knew what everybody was actually doing in that game instead of the actual what the game was made to do.
That sucks.
It turned me off, but seeing that I like Halo already, and now they're putting a third person, and it kind of gives me that like that kind of looks like Fortnite, but it looks like something I already like. So I'll do it.
And you're used to the gameplay. And to Rachel's point, skins, guys. There's lots of potential here for skins, because now you're going to be seeing your character running up and down.
Exactly, dude. It's gonna feel good seeing your. Like, because that was one of the things that really stunk about being able to have all these skins and stuff now is because the only time you see it is when you're dead.
That's it.
And half of the time you get fucking vaporized, so you get to see your fucking skin get fucking peeled back.
Damn.
It's not good.
No, it is not. Vic, when Ham was talking about earning, he was talking about achievements. That's what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about money.
I'm
surprised
already
Fortnite
back in,
hasn't done
boys.
Yet. Oh my goodness,
that's
already on it.
This hasn't launched yet. Though. This hasn't launched yet, but it's in it's supposed to be coming out in November.
November, yeah, dude.
That's what Tom said.
That's gonna be pretty interesting to see.
And somebody said, "Is it official?" And Tom said, "Yep." so that's what I like to hear is that it's official. So I'm gonna be able to play versus actual other people earn and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I meant by earn, not actual money, but just in-game currency.
Yeah.
My wife
called the Infinite.
She'll see me playing Halo. Come join. No, I ain't joining.
What about a third-person Call of Duty? What do you guys think?
They already
have that. Why did
What?
you do that? There's a third person mode in Call of Duty.
Yeah, there's already that. And that's
like,
not even new for Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's been around since the original Modern Warfare 2.
Right. Shows you how long it's been since I played Call of Duty. It's a good thing I never kept as a COD fan. Now we need more.
Like you
Now we need
cap
more
as a
sliding.
sport, like a soccer fan, pretending you're good at
Yeah,
Football
Cozy.
Manager.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
I don't care about soccer. It's fine. You're right, Cozy. Soccer is not even a real thing, really, if you think about it. So yeah, we need more
what's
sliding. We
hilarious?
got a COD game.
What's hilarious is there's a piece of news. I don't even know if it's news, but it's a rumor,
Okay,
speculation
what's the news?
that I could bring up that is about something that Luke can't talk about, but
God
I'm
damn it! I
not gonna
saw
do
that.
but I'm not
I
gonna do
saw
it
that.
because I'm not a
Thank you.
piece of shit. But
Thank
man,
you. Thank you.
man.
Yeah.
Apparently there's an actor who's reprising a role for some game that I've never heard of.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah. I almost shed a tear, dude. I almost shed a tear because now we're going to have him
You can't talk
with the
about it, Luke.
proper voice.
You
Not
can't
that,
talk about it, Luke. You
not
can't do
even
that.
around it. I can't even talk
You can't
around
talk
it.
about it. Don't do that.
God damn it. All
Don't
right,
do that.
fine. Fine. Jeez. Cozy, did you know people are paying super chats for me not to talk about one specific game?
What game do you think it is, Cozy?
Well, she's not here.
Oh, that shitty game. Excuse my French, but yeah.
Yeah, she's
Worst
right.
game in the world.
She's right.
All right, let's get to the last topic for today because you guys are toxic today. This is not helping me at all. Yes, Infinite Umbra, but as Matt said, I cannot even speak around it. Let's get to some positive news. From Software is increasing its average salary by around 12%. Starting salaries for new graduates will also increase by 15%. The Japanese developer has stated that from April 2025, employees will get an average basic salary increase of around 11.8%. The starting monthly salary for new graduates will also be increased from $1,700 to $2,000. That is wild. An increase of just over 15%. Some quotes from FromSoft. At From Software, we strive to make games that convey emotion, create value, and inspire joy. To this end, we are working towards stable income and a rewarding work environment where our employees can apply themselves to development. The increase in base and starting salaries is one implementation of this policy. We will continue to develop games with the hope of inspiring players and creating something of value. Matt, what are your thoughts on From Software increasing how much they pay the employees?
I mean, that's good. That's good to know that it's going up, right? I definitely don't think that's bad news. So I really don't know what else to say about it. I think it's good that they're raising the prices of what they're paying. But yeah.
It is. What?
Yeah.
Guys.
Richie is off his meds today.
Stop
Remember,
getting off your meds, Rachie. Oh.
For 15 months, says
No,
Dustborn
man,
is
he's
way better.
Yeah. It is.
And Vic, being one of the people that promised to spend at least $5 on super chats on a weekly basis, just so I don't bring up the game.
It's literally
yeah, Cozy, that shitty game. That's not how you spell shitty, but go ahead, pop off, brother. Thank you for the super chat, Cozy. Go ahead.
Aren't you a game journalist? You don't know how to spell.
Sure, Cozy. Salary increases at FromSoft. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a great thing. This is because most companies will be like, Oh my goodness! I mean, I know they don't have the same freedom to like just do the layoffs and everything, but
Yeah.
that they're trying to give back the people who work and help make their games a success. They're saying here is really good.
Yeah. Thoughts on the salary increase at FromSoft?
That's good for them.
All right, keep it simple. I think this is excellent news, and I think we need more of this in gaming. We need more of these companies, publishers, developers, etc. When they make bank, to revert it back to the people that make it possible for you to make bank, because the game developers, they're the ones that make it possible. It doesn't matter what Todd Howard's vision is. He needs people like Cozy writing code to make it happen. Otherwise, his vision is as solid as mine, meaning it's nothing. You need people who can get it done. And I am delighted that this is happening at FromSoft. It makes me want
that the company's healthy.
This company's making more money than FromSoft, and they're not increasing salaries.
Yeah, I get that, but like usually you can tell, companies pretty healthy when they're willing to give out raises and increase raises and stuff like that. Compared to some, there's so many businesses I worked with where they'd say something wild like, raises are on a halt right now. Like we can't give out raises and stuff like that, and it's usually for whatever reason. But like bottom line is, you think that my business isn't doing that well. Well, they're giving out raises and stuff like that. So obviously they're doing fairly well. And you look at their last game and then you're like, oh yeah, duh. So, yeah.
Their last game and their last DLC. Vic with another super chat. Thank you so much for the $2. Says it's my super chat and I misspell whatever I want.
Damn, that sounds like a JG Wentworth commercial.
Man, I feel like coming back at you, Vic.
If you're poor, you know what that means. If you were ever poor, you know what that means.
Now I have it stuck in my head.
I don't know what that is.
877.
Do you need cash now, Luke?
No.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Is it your money, Luke?
What do you mean? Is it?
Do you need cash now?
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Yeah.
It's your money and you want it now.
You need to call JG Wentworth, Luke.
Are you trying to get
cash now?
Are you trying to get your settlement structured properly, bud?
Exactly. Honestly, I think Luke should call JG Wentworth. I just want to see what they would do if someone from Africa called him. Like, what would they even
probably
do?
hang up. Probably hang up. Probably just hang up.
I'm waiting for my settlement structure, and I need.
It probably be like, dude,
call
give the phone back.
Wentworth 877 cash now. You know the best part about that? I still think about the time I had a Moroccan coworker, and she asked if there were any like American cultural songs, and I literally started singing that, and I was sitting next to another person who was also American, and she started singing it along with me.
Oh
She didn't get it, but it was worth it.
Yeah. So what was episode 124? 2 hours and 13 minutes in. Next time anyone here says I live in Texas or I'm in Texas.
No.
All this access off.
We said if you're poor. I said if you were ever poor,
exactly,
you were well off in Texas.
Get the hell out.
You probably skip right past this stuff.
No,
you got the good old satellite TV.
Luke owns his own farm.
You don't see local commercials.
Like, Luke owns a food processing plant in Texas. He's doing fine.
A what processing plant?
He's
a food
a
processing
meat
plant.
Packer.
Exactly. He owns a fudge packing plant.
That is so specific, Matt. What is wrong with you?
And meat packing plant.
Nah, there's no backseas, guys. I'm sorry. There's no backsies. No.
I'm not doing
Matt
a
even
backsies. I'm
said,
just saying.
There
Matt
is no
even said,
backsies.
no. Matt, you even
I
said,
did say
you even said,
Africa.
what
Africa,
if they call
Texas.
someone from Africa?
Africa, Texas. I did say it.
Africa County, Wakanda, Texas.
Exactly.
All right. I'm fighting a losing battle, clearly. Let's get out. Let's leave. Let's see. I'm good. I am good for the night. Make sure you guys smash the like button, please.
Like
Please
and
smash the like
smash.
button. My last point for this week, I even got into it a little bit, but I'll do it again with a little bit more detail after. Anyways, Matt, plug your stuff, tell people where they can find you, etc. etc.
You can find me on my channel, Matt Likes Games. Videos every week, podcast Mondays at 8 p.m. The L3R3 podcast with myself, Hard Days Mike, and it's me, Twan. And Wednesdays at 8 p.m. the Two Player podcast with myself and Ham Solo. And then Fridays you can find me here at 4 p.m. Eastern for BullSittin. That's where you can find me.
All right. Cool. Cozy.
Yes.
Plug.
You can find me hanging out with all the coziest of belugas in the ocean. No, you can find me here and then getting wasted with Wise. And yeah, that's it for right about now. My plate is overfull.
All right. Ham. Plug.
Yep. Me and the wife are gonna be at mom's, so she won't be doing her show this weekend, but she'll be back next Saturday to do her show. If you missed yesterday, I had a phenomenal interview with Mr. Mikel Casanova. That was a really good time.
Casanova.
Yeah, there you go. Got that song right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a classic right there. Isn't that Levert, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's Gerald Levert that sings that song. But yeah, so yeah, you won't see her tomorrow. But yeah, check out that interview if you missed it yesterday. It's pretty dope. Dude works with all different people throughout the industry. He's also a voice actor in a few different games. He even is one of the main protagonists in one of the games that he voice acts in. But he's got one of the largest Hawaii podcasts in Hawaii. But yeah, super dope dude, Mikel Casanova. Check him out here on TSWS Gaming. I'll be doing a little bit more interviews here in the near future. I'm not sure what the next one is quite yet, but I will be finding out soon. Other than that, everybody have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday.
Behind Them Sticks is back. Let's go. Let's freaking go.
It's a little in and out, but right now I'm just kind of working on my schedule.
In and out. Pause.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and I am excited for this new Halo thing. I can't even front.
New Halo.
New way.
I can't see what it says. Fuck, I can't see what it says. But yeah, I'm definitely
Fudge Packing Company. I think that's what it says.
Oh my god. All right.
Was it really? Put that. Let me see that.
Yeah, put that back up.
That's
full screen this. Oh my god. Texas Loke Fudge Packer Company. Yeah. Wow. That's a good one. That is not bad.
Fuck is having a good time. Anyways,
I love
it. This one's going to be a bit lengthy, actually, but I'll try and cut it up as much as possible. So next week, Wednesday, is our presidential elections in Mozambique.
I thought you guys had a dictator. I'm kidding.
Ham, you remember what happened when we just had like the parliamentary votes and it was popping off and I sent you the videos and whatever? That was just the parliamentary votes. now it's the presidential. So I don't know what's going to happen. They've cut off electricity a couple of times. Some people are swinging conspiracy theories saying that the government's testing to see what they can do.
Oh no.
We've lost internet several times.
Matt, check this out on Twitter.
Like
I'm
completely lost. What?
Now I was telling Matt to check something out.
Okay.
But I'm listening to you. Continue.
Yeah, we've lost internet a couple of times. So I don't know if I'm going to be back on BullSittin next Friday.
No.
We'll see.
Hopefully,
okay, now I want to see what this is. Dude, put it on the screen. I want to see it. I want to see it.
That's the fattest thing I've seen in my life.
It looks devastating.
That's fucking dive. That's a hate crime towards fat people is what that is. That's not okay.
What are we talking about?
Look at this shit. Look at that. That's insane.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
That's a burger.
That looks delicious. Can we pretend? But if it has American cheese, I'm gonna need them to switch that to mozzarella.
That's wild.
Dude, that's too much. That's just.
It's not.
No, it's not. How big is it? Is it just like burger size? It's fine. I'd eat it.
Does not look
pizza.
Good.
Depends. I would eat it if that wasn't American cheese. I'd be like, can I get mozzarella?
What?
I'd eat that if it was the size of a if it was the size of a pizza roll.
I'd eat that if I was off an edible.
I would eat that.
That's the only circumstance I would eat that.
I would eat it.
Yeah, it looks fine to me. I don't understand
kill
what the
me
problem
instantly,
is.
probably.
I was expecting something way worse.
Yeah, like I'm a cozy. My favorite pizza. My favorite pizza is called the triple decker. They do this with 3 pizzas. Like one pizza on top of the other. And you know what? I think I'm gonna buy a triple decker pizza. And then I'm gonna show you guys on the show, and then you guys can see like this is nothing. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not going to
way too literal.
Damn.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna eat this live. But yeah, this looks fine.
I'm not gonna eat it live though. It's that foul. That's how you know it's bad. It's like you're like I can't eat this in front of anybody. That's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't mean it's good.
That's how I feel about that.
I mean, it might taste good, which usually means it's good. Which I'm not saying that this wouldn't taste good. It just
it'd be delicious.
It looks like something that I shouldn't be eating.
Exactly.
Yes.
That would be so fucking good. It would just be the worst thing you could probably put in your body. Outside of the Bacon King. Shout out to the Bacon King.
You probably shouldn't eat it.
Dude, the Bacon King. Dude, don't stand up too fast after you eat that sandwich.
Let me show you guys. This is the pizza. This is it. This is my favorite pizza.
No.
The triple decker pizza.
That doesn't even look that bad.
That doesn't look that bad compared to what we just saw.
Yeah,
that looks like a quesadilla. That's like a triple quesadilla or something like that.
I mean,
okay.
You go back to this thing though. You could see
that's a monstrosity.
That shit has ray trace reflections, bruh. Like, bro, like, what the fuck is going on in that thing? You can see light from so many different sources.
Jeez. They did a photo shoot with it.
I'd eat the shit out of that. I'm with Cozy. I would eat that motherfucker.
Listen, I would eat it too, but I would not be proud of it. I'd be very ashamed of it.
What you mean, Texas?
I'd be incredibly ashamed of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be my finest moment. Texas cuisine
would not be a fine moment at all.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
That wouldn't be a fine couple days, honestly, if it fucks your stomach up.
Oh my god!
Ooh, Vince says it's probably AI generated.
It could be, honestly.
You're gonna just immediately start smashing yogurt after you eat that.
Why would you
Have a
smash
nice,
yogurt? I don't
have a nice
understand.
glass of milk.
Yogurt helps you process.
What?
Does
Mhm.
it?
Yeah,
Probiotics.
yeah.
That's lies they make up. That's lies that Big Yogurt makes up.
Big
That is
yogurt.
true. Big yogurt.
Big yogurt.
Shout out to Big Yogurt.
Big Yo play is out here.
Yeah. You know what's really funny? Someone gave me
Big
some,
yogurt.
and I was like, "This stuff is watery."
What, yogurt?
You're supposed
Yeah.
to mix it.
Yeah.
I've only gotten like Greek
Oh.
yogurt for like the last 15
Oh,
years.
shit.
I don't like yogurt. But
I
like when I'm
I
not
fuck
feeling
with
very
yogurt.
good, I'll eat it.
I use
I
it
fuck with yogurt.
as a cooking ingredient, but sometimes I'll eat it with just some lemon juice and some honey.
I love
Yeah,
yogurt.
honey's really
Yeah,
good.
honey
Like
is
I like what is it called? Honey and granola and yogurt.
Yeah. Or trail mix. It works out well. Big yogurt sounds like a fat wrestler.
He's eating this, I tell you that much. All right, let's get out of here. I gotta get moving.
I forgot my outro.
Oh
What
my
the hell?
goodness.
Also, I
was
sent you
talking
some
about
in your.
I was talking about the government, and what else was it? Was it? Oh, yeah. So because Kalela is not, sometimes things just align themselves. Because Kalela is not showing up tomorrow, I will be streaming Dustborn. And
Uh-oh.
yesterday,
It's terrible.
I played it for about 2 hours. I got triggered. I'm not going to lie. I got triggered.
You can't get triggered. You
Sounds
can't
like
get
the
triggered.
game is working.
No,
Yeah,
no.
if you get triggered,
can't
you
get triggered.
lose.
The triggering is for the wokes. You can't get triggered.
Exactly.
Oh,
if you get,
You're not allowed
if
to
you
get
get
triggered.
triggered, that means they win, Moke.
But have you not paid attention, Cozy? People call me woke 7 because I like the woke stuff. I have no problem with it. Anyways, I will definitely be streaming Dustborn tomorrow. Yesterday I got triggered. I could only play about 2 hours. Tomorrow I'm planning on playing long. I will try to finish it. If I can't finish it by Sunday, them's the breaks. Okay, guys? But I will give it my best. What's this? Your daddy says Loke was yawning like the guy who came first at the freak off waiting to reach. Bro.
Oh my
Whoa.
god. I just realized what was said. That was fucking wild.
Yeah. Speaking of all the oil
That are waiting to
like,
regen. Like this man
that
has like
whole
chill down.
He's
Yeah.
depleted.
Oh my god, Matt. Chill. So guys, have you guys seen like the new news that's coming out and stuff? I'm less and less comfortable joking about this stuff now.
I mean, it's terrible. All of it's terrible. But
Yeah.
it's
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
You know what's funny? It's funny joking about like something that meant something to you and is like a pastime. But I don't think anybody's joking about like the actual occurrences that may have happened. Like I haven't seen anybody like no one's joking about Cassie. Like nobody's doing that.
That shit's real, man.
Like no one's joking about like the actual people that nobody that I know. I'm sure there's some fucking wild idiot out there, but no one's nobody's joking about the pain that was suffered by any of it. But what we are joking about is like the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. I mean, that's just come on, that's comedy.
Hilarious.
That's comedy.
Hilarious.
That's absolute comedy. And then also like just watching P. Diddy and how he interacted with the public was just, that's a joke. I mean, it was a joke while it was happening, damn near, right? Like, I mean, they had Kevin Hart fucking talking with him and Usher at the same time, and I mean, I mean, come on, man.
Kevin Hart was scared for his life.
They wanted us to joke and laugh about it while it was happening, but now the joke is just not. It's not of the same nature. It's still funny, but it's also like disturbing though at the same time. And I don't know. Sometimes we all like uncomfortable. We unfortunately take comfort in finding things sometimes funny when they're not. To be honest,
Yeah.
So I mean, as long as I don't hear people wildly talking about like victims, I don't really care. Like they're making fun of the perpetrator, right? I don't care.
Yeah.
I hope he gets what he deserves. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure if you have access to a gaming platform and you have an extra $5, $10, $15, $20, go out and buy a FromSoft game. Because if there's anyone in the AAA space that clearly cares about not just reaping today, but also planting for tomorrow, it's FromSoft. These guys don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk. And they're making a fraction of what your PlayStations are making. They're definitely making a fraction of what Microsoft's making in gaming. Let's not bring in EA and all these other gigantic corporations making a killing, but cannot wait to get rid of the lifeblood that is the devs, the people that make it happen, just so they can get more points with the investors instead of focusing on the main thing. Go and buy a Dark Souls game, even if you're not going to install and play it and beat it. Do it. Because they care about gaming. Not for brownie points. They actually care. Thank you for listening.